Welcome back, guys, to another 4-0 Gaming Grandmaster Nightfall video. Today I will be showing you the best way to support Decon's Izanagi Slayer build. My loadout today will be focused on Unstoppable Hand Cannons and Divinity. This build is extremely important because Divinity stuns overload champions and creates a buff to enemies where the Izanagi can do burst damage and kill champions almost immediately. I will be running this on my Hunter, but the basics for this build will translate to any class with the same success. For this particular build, I will be using Way of the Trapper with Orpheus Rigs because I can create tons of orbs so my teammates can build their supers in between encounters. I choose to run Marksman Dodge, and I use this quite often because it reloads my weapons, and if you have multiple champions rushing you, you can stop them, dodge the reload, and then hit them with Divinity so your teammates can finish the kill. For grenades, I use Vortex or Void Wall depending on the situation. These are both great for creating cutoff points so enemies will stop pushing you and it gives your team time to reset and communicate the best way to tackle certain encounters. Snare Bomb is great for slowing and disorienting enemies that rush you. This doesn't work on champions, but it's great for Thrall, Exploding Shanks, or any other enemy that charges straight in. Keen Scout lets you sprint and sneak faster, gain enhanced tracking for your radar, and marks tethered enemies. This extra movement speed and radar will be key when moving in and out of cover to hit enemies with Divinity. Vanishing Step makes you invisible for a short period of time when you dodge. This is great for reviving down teammates or for moments when you think you might die. Since your team will have limited revive, survivability is everything. I also use this to position myself for the Divinity shot. Unstoppable and Overload champions will charge you, but barriers tend to stand around in the back of the map, so going invisible can help you get in a good spot to hit them with Divinity without drawing their aggravation. Deadfall makes the anchors fired from Shadow Shot have increased range. They also last longer and will wait for enemies to get near before starting the tether. This is crucial because if you know there's going to be a huge group of adds waiting to rush you, you can pre-fire your tether and wait for it to trap them. In my kinetic slot, I will be running an Unstoppable Hand Cannon. I chose Service Revolver because it's great at close to mid-range for ad clearing. Any other kinetic hand cannon that you feel comfortable with will do the trick. My Elemental slot will be reserved for Divinity, which I will be creating this build around. Sustained damage with this weapon envelops the target in a field that makes the entire enemy a crit spot and gives you a 25% damage bonus. For heavy weapon, I just try and match enemy shields. Since Divinity is arc, I either run Edgewise or Love and Death for solar, or Hammerhead and Swarm of the Raven for void. I usually run the opposite of what my teammates run to ensure all the shields are accounted for. This armor build will be focused around Charge with Light, which Decon covers extensively in his Grandmaster build. Click the link in this video to watch his guide to get an in-depth look at this mod system. First and foremost, guys, it's really important your armor is masterworked. This will add a plus 12 to each piece of armor, which equates to a total of 60 stat points. This is huge. These extra stat points to recovery and resilience will help you stay alive in these tougher encounters. On my helmet, I like to use Special Ammo Finder. It's very important we use this because we are creating this build around Divinity. Since you will be using Divinity to pop arc shields, stagger overloads, and add a 25% buff to your allies' weapons on critical shots, it's important to have these ammo finders on. I'm also running Shield Break Charge, which will charge you with light upon breaking an enemy's shield. For my arms, I'll be running double auto rifle loaders, since Divinity gets buffed by auto rifle mods. It's very important I'm able to reload my Divinity as quickly as possible in these intense moments. I'll also have Powerful Friends on, which charges your allies with light when you become charged with light if they aren't already charged with light. This also adds a plus 20 mobility if you are running another arc mod. My chest piece will have Rifle Reserves, which will allow you to carry more ammo for your Divinity. I'm also running Taking Charge, which allows you to become charged with light by picking up orbs. This is probably the easiest way to take charge because your teammates that are slaying ads should be creating orbs from you if they have their weapons masterworked. For my boots, I will be running Orpheus Rigs, which provides super energy back based on the amount of enemies you hit with your tether. If done correctly, you can charge your super to 50% after each successful tether. I will be running Special Ammo Finders on my boots, and Traction, which is the arc mod that activates Powerful Friends found on my arms. Lastly, I will be running Perpetuation on my cloak, which reduces class ability cooldown when using my class ability. This is extremely useful for getting my dodge back as quickly as possible. Special Finisher allows me to create special ammo bricks when I finish an enemy. This does require 1/3 of your super, so make sure you only use this when necessary. I recommend using this in between major encounters. Protective Light will give you significant damage resistance when your shield is destroyed. This will help you tremendously against these harder hitting enemies. It will be up to you to make sure you let your teammates know which champions you will be targeting first and when you will be using your Divinity. In rooms with multiple champions, it's important your teammates let you know when they have Honed Edge loaded on their Izanagis. Then you can communicate to them when you will be firing Divinity. I recommend you and your team have a few callouts prepared for this tactic because the timing must be perfect to conserve as much ammo as possible. The last thing you want to do is have a champion's shield come back up and you have wasted all of your ammo. Clearing adds ahead of time will help you from flinching while targeting champions. The person using Divinity is going to make most of the decision making when it comes to selecting which champions to kill and in which order. Once the ads are cleared and the honed edges are loaded, the callout is made. Divinity is fired, followed by the 2 Izanagis. If done correctly, the champion should go down immediately. If the champion does not die, you need to follow up with another stun if it's an unstoppable or an overload champion. If it's a barrier champion, the guys running barrier will have to rush the champion, take down the shield, and then you use the Divinity Izanagi tactic again before he's able to put his barrier shield back up. As you see here, we have done exactly what I just said. This works almost perfectly every single time, and if you do this correctly, you will have no problem with these Nightfalls. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said before, this build works on any class. I just feel like it benefits my team most if I use it on a hunter. If this video has helped you out, make sure to like and subscribe for more 4-0 gaming content. Thanks, guys. See you later.
So, where's this Valus?
Wait for it.
The Vex just turned up their security measures, trying to flush us out of here. subclass is down. I can't shake the sense of deja vu. I feel like we've done this before.